king asked, "Lord, how does this body appear in the first place?" Vasishta replied, "What you have called the body does not exist in the eyes of the sage." So the body does not really exist. I'm doing these videos from what I call the headless perspective. This is in keeping with Douglas Harding's way of talking about things, particularly in his book called On Having No Head. We go around with the belief that we have a head on our shoulders. And you might think, well, it's fair enough to have that belief because you're looking at my head right now. But where is this head of mine? This head of mine is actually over there. It's where you are. It's what you're experiencing. So actually, my head is where you are. Which means we must ask the question, where is your head? Because I don't experience a head here. What I experience is the whole visual panorama. That's what's here. Sure, there's a notion of a head, which I surmise is on my shoulders. But I'm not experiencing that. That's not the experiencing. The experience is the whole visual panorama of space and light and colours and forms. That's what's here. That's what's here right now. And at a certain angle, I see a foreshortened trunk, my knees and some toes. From this information, we construct a notion of the body. And just as we assume that there's a head getting in the way of everything, we assume there's a body which supports everything. So what we do is, we take the experiencing, we create notions about it, we create notions about what's going on, and then we say these notions are what is real, and that what we're experiencing is somehow dependent on these notions with which we've invested reality. So from a particular point of view, sure there's a head, sure there's a body, but we've gone beyond that. We've gone beyond that. We've gone beyond our notions. And the head is only notional, as is the body, as is everything that we consider reality. So the body does not exist in the eyes of the sage, it is only Brahman. And Brahman is the immediate experiencing. Even so, the word dream, used to illustrate the truth of the illusoriness of the world appearance. There is no dream in the infinite consciousness. There is neither a body nor a dream in it. There is neither a waking state, nor dream, nor sleep. And this is often the way things are divided up. This is a discrimination that's often used in putting across these teachings, and we must go beyond this as well. We can say that everything is of the nature of dream, or everything is of the nature of waking. We're not splitting reality up. We're not splitting the experiencing up. So we go beyond all categorizations. Whatever it is, it is void. It is void of all categorizations, of all discriminations. It simply is. It is Om. Om spelled here with O-M. It should really be spelled A-U-M. Listen. The sound comes from silence. and fades into silence. If the sound quality is okay and you have a good ear, then you might have detected some harmonics. Harmonics are subtle, almost ethereal overtones which you hear over the original sound, and they form a scale, a musical scale. So in this way we have diversity contained within unity in the Om. And it's a nice metaphor here as well, because a scale is the basis of music, of all music. So this is like a scale of basic notions which gives rise to all of creation. But enough of even such descriptions. Between this and that is the body consciousness. It is unity and diversity. This and that, what could this be? Well, this could be our notions of a world out there. And that's that. We've got the world out there and our inner experience of it, and we've got consciousness as the body. The body is what mediates between this and that. But it's really the body of consciousness. It's consciousness which is behind the whole process of cognition. It is unity and diversity. Fullness or infinity expands in infinity. And this is the process of cognition, which is of the nature of infinite consciousness, expanding infinitely. And then the infinite alone exists as the world. It's our notions expanding as the world. It appears to be, but it is not what it appears to be. It's not what we think it is. Wherever consciousness conceives of creation, there creation seems to exist. Whether it's in waking state, dream state, hallucination, hypnosis, the indivisible consciousness exists everywhere, and all that is also this creation. All this is the ever peaceful Brahman or infinite consciousness, which is also known as creation. And Brahman is stillness, it's silence. It cannot be otherwise. The more you look into this, the more you realize this. All else is ignorance and perversion. Perversion means getting things the wrong way round. This is the experience of all in the world. This is the declaration of the scriptures and the Vedas. When this truth is realized, that realization itself becomes Brahman, and this whole universe is realized as non-different from Brahman. Thus, my view is in conformity with experience and scriptural declaration. This is the two-pronged reinforcing of realization, experience and scripture. It is conducive to liberation here and now, and hence it is the most appropriate one. When the truth concerning this tree of samsara is clearly perceived, the realization arises that I am the three worlds. In other words, there is only I that is going on. And there is liberation. The visible universe remains as it is. It doesn't disappear like some people might think, but ceases to be an object of consciousness. We no longer think of it. It merges in the infinite consciousness. Its nature as infinite consciousness is realized.